least I know with it being 9 inches of snow, you didn't try to jump out and measure it with your dick. So,
Well, I mean, I'd have to measure it 4 times in order to get up to the 9 inches.
well, yeah, yeah.
Can I detach my penis and stack it on top of itself 4 times to measure? Is that a thing?
How long do you think your hard wiener would last staying hard when you put it into that ice cold fucking snow?
Well,
About 2 seconds, a
that
second.
that's the only kind of vagina I like is a nice cold one. Like it's got to be like icicles, dude. That gets me hard. Is that weird? We're done, and he stands up from the bed and turns around, and the fan just clips the tip of his wiener because there's no cover on it.
And that's the story of how Josh became circumcised.
Actually, that's a good title. I want that title.
I thought it was great.
Sure.
Recording in progress.
Hey, Charlie Ray.
Hey there, Mr. Clay. What's shaking up there in sunny Canada?
Yeah, sunny, super sunny. 9 inches of snow fell 2 days ago, so that's kind
Oh,
of cool.
wow.
Oh yeah, it was perfectly clear skies, 24 degrees, and then drops down to -12, and then it gets up to +3, and then 9 inches of snow drop. Pretty sweet. Driveway's covered, grass is covered, hot tub's covered. Fantastic. I was just in Calgary for the not for the whole weekend, just Thursday, Friday for Calgary Fan Expo. And driving back, it was like driving on sheets of ice. We saw 10 vehicles, including semi trucks, either on their side or just in the ditches. Between,
And yeah.
I
Were
made
you
it.
were you praying the whole way? Just was your sphincter a little tight?
No,
I mean,
no, I
because
was
it's
driving.
compared to normal.
Well, I like for it to be tight normally, but in this
Yeah.
case, people would have loved to have sex with my butt because it was super, super tight. But there were
Yeah.
sheets of ice absolutely everywhere, and I was going, I think, on average of 74 kilometers an hour for the whole drive
Okay.
home.
So about 30 to 35 miles an hour. So
Yeah.
slower.
Uh, my kid
Yeah.
was in Edmonton for a gymnastics competition, and she and her coworker were driving back home, and they were about an hour ahead of us. So I told her I was gonna like stay behind. That way, if something happened to them, they would have someone to pick them up instead of me getting ahead of them and then having to backtrack if something happened. So, but they made it home 45 minutes before we did.
Well, that's a really smart and concerned father. That's
Yeah.
very nice.
But
Yeah.
Calgary to Edmonton, awesome roads. Edmonton to where I live, fucking dog shit. But
Mm.
and semi trucks fly by you going like 110, and then 5 minutes down the road, you see them on the on the side of the road with the truck flipped over. You're like, okay, that's cool. Get fucked. Like,
Bye.
yeah, how do you
Yeah.
not realize it's ice everywhere? Like there's ice everywhere. Maybe they think they're just really heavy, so they're not gonna go anywhere.
Well, you'd think that if they were up there driving in that weather, they'd know how to drive in that weather. But
Well,
at least I know with it being 9 inches of snow, you didn't try to jump out and measure it with your dick. So,
well, I mean, I'd have to measure it 4 times in order to get up to the 9 inches.
well, yeah, yeah.
Can I detach my penis and stack it on top of itself 4 times to measure? Is that a
How
thing?
long do you how long do you think your hard wiener would last staying hard when you put it into that ice cold fucking snow?
Well,
About 2 seconds, a
that
second.
that's the only kind of vagina I like is a nice cold one. Like it's got to be like icicles, dude. That gets me hard. Is that weird?
Would you still have sex with Kate Beckinsale if like putting it in her was like putting it into a fucking like 9 inch deep snowbank?
I would, hands
Yeah,
down.
you'd
Kate
be like,
Beckinsale.
you'd be like, I can warm this bitch up.
No, I wouldn't be thinking of her. I would just be thinking of how lucky I am just to be invited.
You're like, you get one of those hand warmers I can stick in
Yeah.
there or something, maybe.
Yeah, that was my like weekend. My first 2 days off in a couple of months. I drove to Calgary for Comic Con. I ate at my first revolving restaurant, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
So the
I've done
Cal
that.
you've done that?
Not there. I've ate in that. I've ate in several of them. I ate in that one. There's a tower. There's a tower in San Antonio that I've ate in. That's a revolving tower.
Yeah.
I've ate in the Space Needle in Seattle, and I've ate in the CN Tower in Toronto.
Oh,
So I've
nice.
eaten, and I've also ate in the revolving restaurant we had here in Kansas City, but it wasn't a tower. So I never really thought of that statistic before, but I've actually ate in several revolving restaurants and towers. That's something. It's a new revelation for Charlie Ray.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a nice dinner, an amazing, fucking amazing Black Forest cake. I couldn't say
Mm,
enough good things about it. It's one of my favorite desserts, and they did it right. Sour cherry, fresh whipped cream, amazing. But yeah, it was kind of
nice.
neat to sit there and watch the city slowly. I mean, I guess the city didn't move, so I slowly changed my view of the city while eating dinner.
Yeah,
And I always
yeah.
thought it was the whole thing that revolved, but it's not, right?
No, it's just the whatever circular thing that the
Yeah, but no,
restaurant's
that
in.
that's what I mean. Like I thought it was the whole UFO thing, right? Like the circular saucer thing moved, but it's not.
Oh,
It's just the
it's
middle.
just yeah, it's just the floor inside of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, because if you put your
yeah.
stuff down on the shelf next to your table, the lady's like, "Don't put anything on that shelf because it's eventually going to disappear." And I think
Right,
that's
right.
kind of funny. I mean, if I like sat close enough and like unzip my pants and put my penis against it, it would rub against my penis tip as it's slowly going around. I didn't test the theory, but I probably A would have been kicked out, but B probably eventually would have gotten off from the rubbing.
That could have been like that. Was it Terminator 4 or whatever scene where he's like shoving that one
Yeah, yeah,
guy's
it's
the
grinding
Terminator's
down.
face in that thing is it's grinding down.
Okay,
So
maybe I
you
don't
have a
want it to grind down.
you have a true needle dick tip, you know. I will say I just noticed one other occurrence though. Every time I ate in one of those restaurants, it was either with ex-wife number one or ex-wife number two. So maybe I shouldn't take women to eat in those restaurants because they end up
Wait,
being exes. Maybe that's it.
maybe you should invite Mr. Clay to eat in one of those restaurants.
Why? Do you want to be my ex buddy?
Wait, well, I thought we'd just get married and be a couple. Can you do that
Oh,
in Kansas?
no, like Chuck and Larry?
Yeah,
Probably.
except I'm not a firefighter.
And I don't have a big hose. So
Oh, shitty.
mm, it's all
Well,
right. It's a
I,
Swiss Army dick. So
good enough for me.
that's right. So I got some weird news stories if you wanna hear them.
I'm all about weird news stories. I mean, is
Yeah.
Miss Fortenberry in it?
No, Miss Fortenberry's not, but
So, are there
we
any
do have
teachers fucking students in your stories?
no, there is
Okay.
not.
Well, now
No,
that I
but there is
mentioned
a
it,
thing
that's going to be
about
the only thing in my feed on Instagram for the next 6 days. So, yay me.
probably. Yeah. Now I got a story about a doppelganger situation in Indiana
All right.
and a cryptid from the Ohio area. So Midwestern news. So
Bring
let's start
me
off with
all the
the
Midwestern news.
let's start off with this story from mid-April of this year. Uh, Erica Brown in Anderson, Indiana, went to the DMV/Bureau of Motor Vehicles for her routine driver's license renewal. However, the state's facial recognition software flagged her photo as a potential fraud case, triggering an investigation.
Okay.
She was of course surprised because she wasn't involved in anything that she knew of. She
Yeah.
met with a fraud and security enforcement investigator, and they showed her two side by side photos, her own driver's license image and one belonging to another Indiana woman of the same age with a different name and address. The resemblance was so uncanny that the system couldn't distinguish them, essentially identifying her as a real life doppelganger living elsewhere in the state. And I mean, AI is pretty sophisticated, and
Yeah.
it can't tell two people apart. That's fucking scary,
Yeah.
right? So after she provided extra documentation to prove her identity, she was cleared of the investigation. But she's now actively searching for her lookalike, and there was no fraud involved. They're just two people that look incredibly the same.
Yeah. Just the computer
And
system didn't
yeah,
recognize that it was two people.
exactly. So
What if
that
one of
is
them was lost, like not lost, but given up at birth and they're actually twins?
I don't know. You've heard those stories before when people have met and they're like, yeah. Sometimes I think it's like fake stories, but like I remember this one where this guy's like, "That's my girlfriend." He's like, "No, that's my girlfriend," and they were like twins that were separated at birth. and they're like in two different states. And
Weird.
he's like, yeah. So that was a weird news story number one. Have you ever had or seen somebody that looks remarkably similar to you?
I
I
have
have.
I haven't seen anybody for myself, but I do have a lady that comes into my business that says, "Oh my goodness, every time I come here, you always remind me of my nephew's best friend because you look exactly like him." I go even like down to like my hair pulled back in a ponytail. She goes, "He has long hair, he has the beard, he's got the big eyebrows, he's got like he looks like you. He is you. I always swear it is you." And he doesn't live in the town I live in. He lives in another
Uh,
town, but I'm not going to go on the adventure just in case he kills me and then takes over my life.
yeah,
Is
there
that
was that weird. What
is
was
that
that weird
irrational?
movie? Yeah, I don't know. It could be. But there was that. What was it? That was it. Daniel Radcliffe that was in that movie. That was a weird movie, or that like he found somebody that was like identical to him, and the person like started taking over his identity or something. I can't remember the name of the movie. I'll have to talk. I'll have to figure that out later. Maybe Jamie can look it up while we're talking.
I have Jamie
So
working
okay,
overtime on teachers fucking students. Like
okay.
that's the
Sorry,
news
Jamie.
story Jamie's looking up for me. Apparently there's billions of them.
Fucking everywhere.
Everywhere
They're
but
fucking
my high
everywhere.
school, sadly.
Yeah. Okay. So, second news story is in Ohio. Ohio lawmakers have recently introduced legislation to officially designate the Loveland Frogman, which is a legendary 4 foot tall bipedal frog like creature that's said to lurk along the banks of the Little Miami River near Loveland, Ohio, as the state's official cryptid. So apparently that's where we're moving in this world. Official bird, official plant, official cryptid of the state. I don't
Okay.
know what Kansas is going to be. So apparently,
What if it's
uh,
the official Swiss Army penis man and you're the guy they use as the example for Kansas?
that's me. They had Swiss Army Man, the movie with Daniel Radcliffe. It could be Swiss Army Dick, the fucking
Yeah,
porno parody.
perfect.
Anyway, the Loveland Frog or Frogman was first supposedly sighted in the early 1950s, with notable encounters also in 1972, where police officers claimed to have seen the upright walking amphibian. I mean, you better hope he's fucking able to fucking have sex then, because otherwise he'd be like a fucking 80-year-old frog. That would ribbit.
But he might not age like we age.
That's true. Okay. Over the decades, there have been books, documentaries, movies, an annual festival, merchandise, and plenty of local tourism, all while its existence remains unproven, which fits the classic definition of a cryptid, which is a creature whose existence is rumored but not officially confirmed. Uh, so Reps Gene Schmidt, who is from the Loveland area, and Tristan Rader, which is from the Lakewood area, which is nearby, introduced a bill on April 13, 2026, saying that the Frogman would celebrate Ohio's unique cultural identity, oral, not oral history,
Lame.
and economic boost from cryptid enthusiasts. The bill is still awaiting committee assignment, but has drawn attention for its quirky, tongue-in-cheek approach to folklore. Uh, so there you go. Pure Midwest weirdness at its finest, with zero harm and maximum only in Ohio vibes, I guess, right? I mean, you think something like this would come out of Florida, right?
You would think.
Florida, Florida's going to be next on the official state cryptid, right? So,
And the crypt is just gonna be a regular fucking Floridian dude. That's it. Just
exactly.
something
Yeah.
addicted to meth, right? Somebody who
Yeah.
wears like half ripped PJ pants out.
Three teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
probably married to their cousin.
Yeah. Well, that's more of an Alabama thing, I think, but I guess Florida could do it too. Northern Florida, the panhandle, you know. Southern tip is more, bougie and Latino also. So I
You ever
mean,
seen those houses down there?
where? Which part?
Down
I've seen
south?
parts of Florida. I've been to Orlando, I've been to Tampa Bay, I've been to Siesta Keys, I've been to Key West, I've been to
So you've
Miami.
gone all the way down to Key West. Yeah, man. Those
Yeah.
houses on as you're driving on the highways down there, Jesus Christ.
What
To have
about
an
them?
extra $45 million sitting
Oh,
around just
yeah,
to
yeah.
get a house,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is probably their summer house.
Yeah.
No big deal,
I
right?
just I just want to find a sugar mama, but I think I've aged out of landing one, and now I'd have to have a sugar grandma or something. I don't
Well, that's
know. I mean,
okay.
she'd be 80, and I'd be worried about breaking her hip if I fucking got too busy.
You just got to put in the work, man. I believe in you. I do.
You know, here's a scary thing I did not realize, but apparently, when a woman enters menopause, her vulva shrinks up. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Something to look forward to if you are with an older lady. Yeah, her vulva is going
Or
to,
with any lady for that matter,
well,
because
yes.
that would be nice.
Well, unless they have a wang, because they're from Thailand. But
Wait, true, but does their butthole get smaller? Is
I
that a
don't
thing?
know. I don't think they go into menopause if they're a lady boy. So,
Oh,
but yeah, among the many changes that happen with a woman when they go through menopause is a literal shrinking of the vulva. Doesn't really change the vagina so much, although they don't lubricate as much. But their vulva,
wait, women's vaginas are supposed to lubricate?
well, if you give them at least more than 1 minute to warm up, it's supposed to, Mr. Clay.
Wait, a minute, I'm already done at that point, and they're probably not
Oh,
even wet.
hey, by the time they're crying, I'm already done. That's
Yeah,
what I always. That's my joke.
I've already left the parking lot. I'm driving away.
I usually just get in there, drill for oil, and get the fuck out of there. I mean, as soon as the geyser goes off, it's time for me to go. I'll never call you. Bye. Uh, I'll build a fire pit for you next week, though.
Fire pit in the snow. I
That'll
I don't know
that'll
if I
never get
dodged a
old.
bullet or if I missed out on an opportunity. I guess I'll never know.
I don't know. I have a story of having sex with somebody else's wife while the husband's in the corner, like watching and taking notes. And you could have a story about building a fire pit in the snow while some random girl you met and some guy you don't know are watching you fucking do manual labor.
Well, while
That would
they're
have been
fucking
a
each
good
other,
story.
like that's
Yeah,
their kink.
exactly.
Their kink is watching a guy they met on Tinder build a fire pit in minus 25.
Next week you got to come back and build IKEA furniture. That would really get them off. That would be a weird kink. What's your kink? I like to have sex while somebody builds IKEA furniture next to us. I'm like,
Fucking
very
awesome.
specific.
I
That's
mean,
awesome.
you're not going to judge, right? I mean, it's fantastic. Good for you.
It gets expensive after a while buying all that fucking IKEA furniture. I guess you can sell it after it's assembled. This was assembled while somebody was fucking next to it. It's like a fucking special fucking type of furniture.
That's your advertising
Yeah.
when you're
Why is
trying
there
to
a
sell it.
sticky? Yeah. Why is there a sticky spot on this shelf? Well, shit goes everywhere. So there you go. So those are my odd news stories for the day.
Well, I don't have an odd news story, but I do have an awesome quiz, a question for you.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Let's see how much you know about this subject. The question is, has a man ever died from having sex with a horse?
I'm gonna say yes, just
Huh.
because the many fucking years of men sticking their dick or getting stuff stuck in them either way is probably a lot. So yeah, I'd say it could have happened. Hell, it could have been a medieval torture. Like, oh, we could tear this guy's arms and legs off, or we could just have a horse fuck him to death. I mean, it could happen.
Or you make them fuck the horse and have the horse keep kicking him? That'll kill you.
Kinky Kelly, yeah.
So, the Enumclaw horse sex case was a series of incidents in 2005 involving Kenneth D. Pinion, an engineer who worked for Boeing and resided in Gig Harbor, Washington. James Michael Tate, a truck driver, and other unidentified men filmed and distributed zoophilic. Is it called zoophilic? You're the expert on this. Probably zoophilic.
Say what now?
Zoophilic? That sounds right, doesn't it?
Sure, zoophilic sounds good to me.
Zoophilic pornography of Pinion receiving anal sex from a stallion under the alias Mr. Hands. After engaging in this activity on multiple occasions over an unknown span of time, Pinion received fatal internal injuries in one such incident.
Okay.
Yeah, so a bunch of people were filming this dude getting railed by a stallion and then uploading it for people that are into watching zoo animals or domesticated or non-domesticated animals fucking humans. And over time, Pinion received fatal internal injuries. So you are correct. You got the right answer. There is a man that got fucked to death by a stallion.
I'm pretty sure, having seen the size, of a horse penis. Don't ask me why. More than once.
Oh
Uh,
wow, look at you
I was touring the Clydesdale facilities in St. Louis before they got sold, and one of the things you could
trying
do
to
is you
find a
tour the.
mate.
No, but I did see that a horse's dick basically will fucking hit the floor. I can tell you that. It's fucking massive. So yeah, I can imagine this guy had fucking internal injuries when the fucking penis was probably as long as his whole torso, you
How many
know.
how many times does a horse have to fuck you before you realize you probably shouldn't be doing that? Because like you said, the horse's dick is longer than the guy's arm.
I would say just the tip would have already convinced me that I don't think this is a good idea. You
I
know,
mean, how
I don't want to have to wear diapers because my asshole is just gaping open for the rest of my life.
like how many times have you had something inserted into your butthole in a sexual instance, not a doctor instance?
I plead the fifth on that question.
So enough. The answer is enough.
A few, yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that being said, it's not the easiest thing to do is to put something up there, and a horse's dick being the length of your arm. I
Not
can't
to
imagine
mention
this is an
not to mention the fucking girth on that bastard is
yeah.
fucking probably like it's probably like 9 inches around, dude, or probably bigger.
So do you think while
You
these
know,
guys are filming this dude and he's screaming and moaning, do you think they're getting off from it and the guy's literally dying in front of them?
you know what? I really don't know if I want to know the answer to that question.
I don't think I want to continue this conversation. As a matter of fact,
No,
it's time to say Bob's your uncle. I've had a slice. Peace out, Knowitalls.
yeah, don't get railed by a horse. Um,
That's a great title.
don't get railed by a horse.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't accidentally drop female horse piss from a mare in heat on your backside and trip and fall over in a pasture. Don't do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna move on from the horse wang,
Okay.
but we're gonna segue into an Urban Dictionary that works. Are you ready?
Okay. Sure.
It's called cowboy cocaine. Because I mean horses, cowboys, it makes sense, right?
Yes. Cowboy cocaine.
Cowboy
Cowboy,
cocaine.
cowboy cocaine, man. It sounds like something is like a cowboy puts horseradish all over his hand and jerks off and sees if he can stay on for 8 seconds and come or have to
Ouch.
stop from the pain before he fucking gets
Oh,
there.
dude,
It's like,
oh my,
it's like a rodeo masturbation. What's gonna win out? That's crazy.
all I know is that I don't want horseradish anywhere near my wiener hole.
Oh my god, no! I can tell you this. I've told you this story before.
The jalapenos.
Yeah, I'd cut jalapenos and did not wash my hands before I had to pee.
So
Try never to do that.
so
Try never to do that because you know, like your penis skin is very thin. It's like more of a it's not a membrane, but you know, it's like it's made out of some other. I mean, it's made out of skin, but I mean, let's just say don't fucking touch your dick if you've been handling jalapenos, and I'll leave it at that. Or anything else, hatch chilies, habaneros, anything from the chili fucking line of fucking vegetables. Don't touch your dick unless
so
you wash your hands really
that's
good.
that's Charlie Ray's advice. My advice is when in the shower, don't use any sort of soap or shampoo to jerk off because then that gets in
Mm,
your wiener hole and it burns. You don't want
yeah,
that. And it doesn't
yeah.
come out right away. It takes a couple days for the pus and stuff. It's a terrible situation. That's all I'm gonna say. And
Ow.
I'm gonna speak for Josh, even though he's not here. Josh's
Yeah.
advice would be if you have a fan, like a stand-up fan in your house, make sure you have a fan cover because you don't want to turn around after having making love to your wife or your girlfriend and your erect penis gets clipped by the fan like Josh had happen to him.
Are you serious?
I don't
Holy
know if you were
fuck.
on I don't know if you were on that episode, but
No, I would have remembered that one. That one makes me fucking twitch in my no-no place.
yeah, yeah. It was hot in his room. He had the stand-up fan and he hadn't got it fixed yet. And he was done with, he and his wife were done and he stands up from the bed and turns around and the fan just clips the tip of his wiener because there's no cover on it.
And that's the story of how Josh became circumcised.
Actually, that's a good title. I want that title.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a definitely do not repeat
Yeah.
type of situation.
You
You know,
definitely
it's
learned
kind of
all three of
yeah,
ours, all three of
yeah.
our bits of advice. We all learned a valuable lesson that we never repeated afterwards.
What's really scary, you mentioned that kind of fan, is that I still have it. It was my grandparents. We
Wait,
have
you
like a
still
night
have something from your grandparents? That's weird.
at shocker, right?
Right.
So this fan is probably from the 50s, maybe the late 40s, right? And it's a little
So it's super
hostile.
racist.
Yeah, it's a fan. I don't know. It doesn't like fucking go whirr, fuck whatever, or fuck yeah, lazy bastards. It doesn't say shit like that. But
Women,
so
get
it's this
back in the kitchen.
yeah, make me a sandwich.
Yeah.
So this fan from the 1950s has got like it's got like a few things protecting it, but you can literally just like stick your hand like right into where the blades are. No fucking problem, right? So it's kind of a dangerous fan, and I'm sure that like you could not have that fan like out at like a daycare, or something. It
Or in
would not
Josh's
be good.
bedroom.
Or in Josh's bedroom, because your wiener would definitely go in between the little bit of a guard. I should find it someday and show you what it looks like. Take a picture of it. But
You
yeah,
should get a boner and then show me and prove to
yeah,
me that you can put your wiener right into it.
and it's like solid steel, so the blades are like fuck heavy duty, right? They're not these pussy ass fans now with plastic blades. No, this is like solid steel. Fucking still works, like a champ. But yeah, it used to always make me nervous. Like if that was on and around,
Yeah,
it definitely could clip the end of a dick. You know,
definitely.
yeah.
Well, cowboy
and,
cocaine.
and, and you thought being a what was it a blind cat in a room full of rocking chairs was fucking bad. Just fucking put a bunch of fans out with no fucking guards on them. Get somebody erect and put a blindfold on them and tell them cross the room.
That's a great party game.
It's yeah. Make it across the room with your wiener intact. Oh wow. I never wanted to play this game and I still don't. Well,
Cowboy cocaine, shall we?
Josh, when you're listening to this episode, I'm sorry that truly happened to you, buddy. That was I bet that was a really eye-opening experience when that happened. So
I think Josh has like a 14-inch penis and it just clipped off 2 inches, so he's still okay
uh,
with it.
yeah. It's kind of weird though, just like having a stump and a pee hole in it.
I'm not saying he's aesthetically gorgeous at this point, but it's still pretty girthy and quite lengthy.
Maybe if he'd had a condom on it, it might have like protected him a little bit from that blade. But we
Don't
know
you
he was a raw dogger.
don't you dare use that two-syllable word in Josh's presence.
Condom.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cowboy
So
cocaine, shall we?
cowboy, yes.
All
Okay,
right.
what is cowboy cocaine? I'm assuming it's not masturbating with horseradish on your hands.
Well, I mean, masturbation is part of it, but there is no horseradish.
Okay.
So it's the act of masturbating to ejaculation, shooting the ejaculate onto a coffee table or other small table, waiting until it dries, and then cutting the dried ejaculate up with a credit card and snorting it.
Wow.
You've never done that?
No. No.
One day, man.
If I'm lucky, I don't know that I can shoot far enough to hit the coffee table at this point.
You can go move to the coffee table.
I'd have to stand over it and kind of maybe like dribble it out a little bit
Well,
because
that's
fucking
okay.
old man fucking coming is not the same as fucking 25-year-old man coming. I mean, I used to fucking like, damn, did that hit the headboard? Now it's like, fuck, did that hit my belly button? So yeah.
I aim for my mouth every time and I get it. So I will talk about that on another episode.
Well, if not, you can use it for beard conditioner. So there you go. like along came Mary, she uses it for hair gel. I use it for
Yeah.
my beard conditioner. Yeah. Cowboy cocaine. Okay.
Before we go, I've got two things that I want to run by you here.
Okay.
The first one is the little game where you get to choose to live in a TV or movie character situation. Do you remember that?
Okay. Yeah.
So, if you had to choose a TV or movie character to marry and thus live in that world as the husband of that character, who would you pick out of these two options?
Oh, I thought I was going to just choose my own, but
No,
okay.
no, that's no fun.
Darn. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you. Well, I want to hold on to who it would be, and then we'll see which two you're choosing me. So
Well, you get to choose between any of the ghost faces from all of the Scream movies.
I don't even know who that fucking is. I've never seen an actual whole Scream movie.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
So who's the actress?
Oh, there's 7 movies and there's probably 16 Ghostface killers between the 7 movies.
Oh wow, I don't know. I don't know any of them except for I know that Matthew Lillard was one of them,
Well,
right?
maybe that's the only one you get to pick. So the next one is Jason from Friday the 13th.
I
Who
have to
would you
marry.
be?
I have to marry the serial killer.
You have to marry one of these two and be the good husband of them and live that life.
I'm gonna go with probably one of the ghost face killers because at least they're not fucking undead that was rotting in the bottom of a fucking lake.
But the only Ghostface killer you know is the Matthew Lillard character. So Stu
I'm okay
Macher.
with that. I'm okay with that. Was there any of the ghost face killers that were women?
Yes.
Uh, well, was
But
any of them
unfortunately, you
hot?
don't know them, so you can't answer that question. You're
You know
stuck
what,
marrying Matthew Lillard.
Jamie? Fucking tell me what
No,
we got here.
too late. You are now married to Stu Macher from Scream 1. And the sad thing is, he dies. Or does he?
That's
I don't.
okay. I'll be a widow. I'll be a widower,
Uh,
and then I'll be in Scream 8 as another ghost face killer.
maybe. I mean,
So,
that's usually how it works out.
yeah,
It's usually some
yeah.
relative of someone or some boyfriend or girlfriend.
Hey, here's some fun news from right now. There are tornadoes on the ground south of where I'm at. How fucking exciting!
I think I would rather take the 9 inches of snow over a tornado.
Yeah, I probably would too, but I am also, going through it, so I'm not so sure that it's a bad thing. It could be quick. It could be
Ah, well,
me and 10,000 CDs and 12,000 Joes just fucking spread all over a three mile wide area.
so what you're
People be
saying,
pulling.
tornado, is I wouldn't have to worry about anything anymore if you rip through my house? That sounds appealing.
I'm just going to run out in the front yard and say, "Come at me, bro!
Make sure you do a bunch
Come
of
at."
cowboy cocaine before you do it, though.
There's literally a fucking storm alert thing going off on the TV in the living room right now
Oh,
about
wow.
to. Yeah,
I remember that
yeah.
when I was out there visiting you. It blew my mind that we kept circling. The airplane couldn't land. It's like, yeah, sorry, there's tornadoes touching down, so we're just gonna stay up here for the next little while. I was like, wow, this is fucking terrifying, but also kind of
Mhm.
awesome. I'm looking out the window trying to see if I can see these tornadoes, but I couldn't.
Well, I told you what happened when I came back from my cruise last time. So, did I tell you about that?
Yeah,
About getting,
you put
yeah,
your dick in a fan and it
yeah,
chopped the
yeah.
tip
That's
off.
it. Yeah, no, they're getting stuck in Chicago for four
Yeah, and you
hours
had to use
because of
your
because of the
not use
weather.
your you had to get your relatives to pick you up and you stayed there and stuff. And you got to
Oh, that
switch your
was that was like 5 or 6 years ago. No, I mean this year, this last weekend. I don't know. Did we do it? We did an episode last weekend, didn't we?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah. Did I talk about the cruise or my
You,
travel? I thought I
yeah,
did.
you did.
Yeah. So
I
so so yeah. So when I was coming home last Friday, I got stuck in Chicago for like an extra. I think my layover ended up being like fucking 8 hours before we finally got in the air. We were supposed to get in the air at 8:11, and the plane took off like shortly before midnight. I didn't get home until after 2, and didn't get home driving till like after 3, like around 3 a.m. And I was supposed to be home like by 11. So yeah, it sucked, but at least I got home.
true.
I would much rather have been up late, slept on the plane like I did, than have slept on the floor in the Chicago O'Hare Airport while I'm
Yes.
praying that nobody steals my shit.
Yeah.
So, and then trying to figure out the next morning how the fuck I'm going to get home still because I still had to find a flight to get on with all these canceled flights going on. Yeah, it was fucking. This is the second time it's happened to me. This is another time. There's another time when I got stuck in the O'Hare Airport when there was a tornado watch. And there's a tornado watch going on up there too at the airport. So nothing like being in a big glass building with a tornado watch.
When do tornadoes typically go through your neck of the woods?
Oh, from now until like August. I mean, it's like all
Oh,
summer.
wow. Okay.
Here's the thing. Where we're at is where the Gulf Stream dips down and comes back up. So we
So
are
your air
always
pressures are
we are
constantly changing.
our air pressure is constantly changing over this part of the United States. So we
Yeah.
get a lot of this, and yeah, there's a big whole line of storms right now coming up from the south, like right through where we're at, going up north, and then going east like it normally does. So
I'm telling you, man, Thailand and Ladyboys, that's probably your future. It seems pretty safe.
Dude, I like I said, depending on how things shake out, I may be able to afford a retirement. I mean, it won't be a glorious retirement, but it would be a retirement. So we'll see. We'll see. If I can get past this worrying about it every second of every day right now when I can't do anything about it, that would be awesome. But you know,
Well, it's like
oh,
Calvin's dad from Calvin and Hobbes always said. It builds character. Aren't you tired of character building? Are you not tired of having your character built constantly?
I was sitting there thinking about this when I was where was I at? I was driving. It's like, you know what? It's well, it's worse to be poor and have a shitty family, but it's better if you have a good family and you're poor. That's not too bad. If you have family but they're not that great or that bad, and you have money, that's good too. If you have good family and money, then fuck, you're winning at life. But
Yeah.
man, if you're fucking broke and have no family, you're just fucked. You know. So the thing is this though. I think you know I think that I don't know. I guess there's no point. That's the whole thing with human beings. You think wolves don't sit around and think, "Fucking next year I might not be able to catch a fucking rabbit." They just wake up that next day and go, "Hey, I'm hungry. It's time to catch a fucking rabbit." They don't fucking, they're not worried
They're,
about that shit.
they're not
They
dwelling
live in
on
the
shit
moment.
that doesn't exist yet.
They're not talking to a therapist. None of that shit. You know, that'd be fucked up. 1-800 Wolf Dog Hotline. Uh,
Or
I
it's
don't
like
know.
Ted Lasso
It's
says, be a goldfish.
Yeah, I need to
Short attention.
rewatch Ted Lasso. I really had a thing for what's her
Ted
name? The girl
Lasso?
that no no no. What was the girl the one that was dating the soccer guy, the two
Keely
soccer
Jones?
guys? Yeah, I really had a thing for her. She
You
really
still you
she
still
really was
could.
nice.
She's still alive.
Yeah,
She's still playing the
I don't
character.
know. I would it would be fun to date somebody with I would love to date like a hot Scottish girl or a hot British girl or something. I
You're
mean,
living in the wrong country if you want to
I
achieve that.
know. Not only am I living in the wrong country, I'm definitely living in the wrong state because I'd have at least a chance maybe of bumping into somebody with an accent like in LA or New York or whatever. Not so common in the middle of the Midwest, you know. Nope, I got the accents like, "Oop, didn't see you there," that kind of bullshit,
Yeah.
or "Hey y'all, you want some sweet tea?" I mean, that's the kind of shit that I can get, but I don't get the, "Oh, I didn't see you there,"
But when
that
you
that
think about it, that's someone else's dream and you're living it.
I I just want to be able to live with somebody who actually thinks "cunt" is a fucking verb. That would be awesome.
Once again, you're living in the
I
wrong
I
country.
I know. I love it. I love the fact that word is it's kind of like they took it back. I mean, or they never lost it.
It's not so prominent in Canada, but the other Commonwealth countries all welcome it with opened
Yeah,
arms.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it seems like for the most part, and obviously, it can mean cunt, but it basically means kind of like some dumbass.
Yeah.
That's what it basically means. It's kind of like their version of an asshole. I don't know if they use arsehole as much as we use asshole in America. It's kind of like their version of it is saying, oh, don't be a daft cunt. So I don't know. I love slang, pinche banderos. But I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. So
So what
there you go.
you're meaning to say is Bob is your uncle?
Oh man, Bob's been my uncle for the last 5 minutes as I've been telling the story about cunts. And watching out for fucking fans that fucking clip the tip of your wiener. You know, fucking. Do we need to? Do we? I think they already have warning stickers on the modern fans. That's why they have
Oh, they have
gardens on
warning
them.
stickers on everything, man.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
I remember traveling down in the States in the early 2000s and there was a warning sticker, like not a sticker, but it's like right on the bottle of soda. And it said, point contents away from face while opening. I'm like, what fucking cunt shook it up, put the cap right in front of their eyeball and unscrewed it and had it explode in their face for this to happen?
probably the same family that guy that got railed by a horse. But seriously
Well, it
though,
was in Washington, so maybe it was.
I need that as a warning sticker on my pants. So
And there you
yeah,
have it, folks. Please send
that's right.
Charlie Ray a roll of stickers that say contents under pressure, point away from face while operating.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Because you
exactly what
can't
I
say while
need.
opening unless you have a twist off cap wiener. Do you have a
Ooh,
twist off cap wiener?
I sure hope not. I mean, that would be
I mean, it
interesting.
is a Swiss Army dick, so you never know.
Yeah, it is a Swiss Army dick. It might be. It's better than having a fucking cork. Fucking you tap in the end, like tap tap tap.
Yeah.
Hmm. Sounding rod, anybody? Mr. Clay still hasn't tried that yet. We got to find somebody to hook him up with that. Would you try that for the podcast so you can report
Like,
back to us on that?
so if we recorded me having someone insert a sounding rod in my wiener, you
Mm,
you want to record that?
no, I don't, because you would be making probably some unholy fucking noises.
Yeah, I don't.
I
Yeah,
know I fucking would.
no, I don't.
So
I don't think I could handle that. I
yeah,
think I could look at a table and be like, out of all of those dildos, you can put those in my ass. Please don't put that piece of metal in my dick hole.
yeah. You know what? I think my asshole would probably be more accommodating than my penis hole. I mean, not that I'm fucking aiming for a comparison test. I think it'd be more fun if we just had like a professional like dominatrix in a milking table,
Okay.
and then tried to interview you and ask questions while she was actively taking care of you and see if you could answer the fucking
I'm in.
question.
So, any listeners out there want to throw me on a milking table and work your magic while you interview me? I'm down.
There you go.
You can reach us at answers for everything at gmail.com or answers for everything podcast at gmail.com or on Instagram at answers for everything podcast or at
Yes,
AFE pod.
yes,
And there you have it.
yes. There you have it. Bob's your uncle had a slice. The fat lady sang, and the fan is not racist.
Peace out, Knowitalls.
Peace out.
In Saskatoon or whatever.
Man, what is it about you people caring about your children?
I don't know.
Not kidding.
Yeah, you people.
I understand. I mean, I understand as much as a person who does not have children can understand. I still laugh about this guy at work before he had his first kid, and he was talking about, he'd been with this woman that was psycho, and they got divorced. And I told him, "Don't worry, dude, you'll meet somebody later on. You got a good career and stuff." And anyway, he ended up meeting this other woman, and got her pregnant, and they were married and stuff, and talking about having kids. And he's like, so I'm like, "You think you're ready for it?" He's like, "Well, I've had a pet before," and I'm just like, "Yeah, that's fucking nothing like what having kids is like, bro. But go for it."
I flushed it down the toilet when it
Hilarious.
died, and I gave it a little bottle to drink out of. It's fine.
I had a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Okay, bud. Yeah.
I know you never know till you do it, right? I didn't know. Josh probably didn't know.
Yeah.
And we had like shitty dads, so you know what I mean? Like our households growing up, we weren't.
We weren't getting good examples of how you're supposed to be, that's for sure.
You mean you didn't have the fucking clacks walking across the living room?
I mean, my mom was fucking awesome, so I guess I try to emulate that in a
Yeah.
way, but it's tough.